Hi, I'm Sofía Segura, a Mexican photographer. I'm from Mexico, and this video shows the creative process behind this photobook for TalkTalkKorea 2025. It all started with one question: when was the first time I heard about Korea? From that moment, I began to build the structure of this photobook. I thought of my grandparents. I remember the wonder I feel imagining how people from the other side of the world chose to live on the land I now walk. That curiosity led me to learn more about Korean culture, and that's how I began outlining the collage narrative. I organized the work into 4 chapters, all of which I wrote while reading articles and historical notes. After some time, the final structure came together. The first chapter follows a free collage technique I created intuitively, letting my instincts guide me. It begins unavoidably with my grandfather, who in his youth lived in the Santiago neighborhood of Merida. I had in mind a photo of him and the corner where the Chemulpo bar once stood. So I returned to that corner to take the photos myself, retracing his footsteps. That same day, I visited the Korean Immigration Museum. The second part of this chapter focuses on the history of Korean immigrants who arrive in Yucatan hoping to earn enough to return home comfortably. This part makes me sad and honestly even a little ashamed because the reality was harsh. I drew parallel between that experience and the life of my biological maternal grandfather, whose ancestry remains unknown. Still, his experience in the hacienda mirrors what the Korean endure. From those parallels, chapter 2 was born. This is a shorter chapter, but I wanted to reflect on what I see as deep cultural similarities. I gave this chapter a more structured layout. Finding the right photographs took time, but I think it was worth it. The chapter starts with the concept of death and the ancestor, including ofrendas and altars. Then I explore environmental practices like biodiversity preservation. Personally, I love the henio, and I found a connection between their work and Mayan women protecting traditional beekeeping in Yucatán. I continued with culinary traditions, where women gather to prepare ancestral dishes. I know these traditions have their own unique meanings, but I chose them for their visual and cultural resonance. The remaining photos reflect shared imagery, women, farmers, families, and the rhythm of rural and urban life. This chapter begins with a personal question: what makes Korea stand out today? I answer it with feelings, building the collage from my impression of Korea. My first reference was, of course, the Dongdaemun Design Plaza, designed by Zaha Hadid. After that, I let myself be surprised by random searches. The topics I explore include modern and traditional architecture, food, urban mobility, and the little rectangles represent the sign seen in Korea, always on markets. Then I asked myself, what are my favorite elements of Korean culture? My love for contemporary Korea is recent. During the COVID-19, I fell in love with Korean entertainment, dramas, romanticized everyday life aesthetics. I had a lot of fun with this part. I thought of cherry blossom, a park with a lake, and in that lake, I had to include the henio. They represent ancestral strength. I added some of my favorite K-drama likes Under the Queen's Umbrella and Welcome to the Sandal Ree. The island of Jeju fascinates me for how it protects local culture. That inspired the tangerine ice cream image, a nod to gastronomic heritage and fermentation, which fascinates me as a food photographer. To close the photobook, I wanted to pay a tribute to Korea, showing how Korea lives on my own city. In recent years, Korea's presence in Merida has been officially recognized. While older generations, like my grandparents, remember that story, many people of my generation didn't know about it. I visited these places to photograph them, and of course, in the midst of Korean culture popularity, restaurants are everywhere. But I chose one in particular, Choga Seul. It's traditional and heartfelt. In Mexico, we have a saying, "Mi casa es tu casa." It means my home is your home. And I think there is no greater tribute than recognizing your home within mine.